Greetings, friends. If we look at some of the really popular videos on YouTube, videos which get tens or hundreds of thousands of views, there are three dumb things to make your videos more popular that we can glean from a sampling of some of these popular videos. I mean, the internet's endless, and whatever you're interested in is going to differ from person to person. But for me, I've watched these stealth camping videos from Canadians like Steve Wallace, and then other outdoorsy stuff like Greg Ovens, who does like survival stuff in the wilderness. Now that's not stealth camping, but it's these Canadian guys. They're all out west. They're all in Alberta. Steve Wallace has some entertaining content, but most of his content is just a personality soak. And that's what the main thing to do to be popular, apart from your internet videos. And if you want to be maybe not a politician, but a celebrity or an actor or a pop star, you have to soak people in your personality. You have to focus on the portion of your audience which enjoys your personality, and disregard the rest who are looking for something that they can take away, looking for some value. No, just like focus on the portion of your audience which is hopefully more than 50%, that they just like your personality, and just soak. Have your videos be you talking about your life and your thing, and nothing that you are saying is really of any consequence. It's just, oh, there's Steve Wallace, doing his thing, and there's Foresty Forrest could be talking about his dog in his van and how he is having van problems. Just a whole episode of mailing it in, often cooking the domesticity of a lot of these outdoor channels. But I'm getting off track there. That's another thing that I should add that to the list, is just do gluttonous domestic things in the outdoors. Like you go like Outdoor Boys. He does a lot of survival stuff in the winter. Like all these other channels, they'll include the gourmet food that you cook out there. It's just this contrast that is very strange, because you've got like this sparse, austere survival aesthetic on one hand, and then on the other hand, let's enjoy king crab legs dipped in butter out here in my 10-foot deep shelter that I dug out of the snow in Alaska. Most of Steve Wallace's videos are him just talking. A lot of it's inconsequential. People just like the guy. They just like being around his energy through the screen, and they'll give him donations for beer money, and then you'll have your step 2, which is drinking the alcohol with, and then you can have your step 2 as well. You don't know this person, but you know enough about them that they feel like he's part of their family. Yeah, Foresty Forrest is the worst. He's really awful. Like, I don't mean that as on a personal level, but his content is awful. It's horrible content. But it's all just him. People just seem to like the guy, even though he just speaks in a monotone voice. And he doesn't seem to have any personality at all. In this case, his personality soak seems to work wonders. People just love to soak in certain personalities. They love to just think about and hear them talking about their day and their hopes and their aspirations and their failings and their trials and their passions. But really not even that stuff. Really just like dumb stuff. Like, what am I going to eat tonight? So number 2. This is another thing that we do to make our dumb videos popular, which is using stock footage for every sentence in your script or every concept which is expressed in your video. You will have constant editing of seconds to second, like 2 seconds here of this or 1 second here of that. Different stock footage to illustrate every single concept in your video. This is unnecessary, this is excessive, this is dumb, this is insulting to the audience. What are we, like grade 1? What are we in kindergarten? But half the audience or more is gonna apparently like this stuff because it generates views. So you have you're telling a story about a cave rescue in West Virginia. You mentioned that the authorities were called, and so you have stock footage of an ambulance coming. And it's an ambulance with Asian writing on it. Like maybe it's Korean or Mandarin or something. That's just getting sloppy, but that's when it gets really stupid. But even if you had appropriate setting, you don't need to illustrate everything that you're saying, because then you have no confidence in your words. You have no confidence that there's any greater import or meaning to your words. So you're going to try and string it along and energize it with these visuals, constant visuals. It's really stuff for, like, this is Teletubbies. This is like you're a toddler or you're in preschool and you're like watching shapes. Like if I say triangle, do I have to have a picture of a triangle there? No, I trust my audience knows what that is. You can have stock footage, it's fine, but just show confidence in your video by making the stock footage sparse enough that it's spaced out, that you like, just like any illustrated book, they can't illustrate everything. They have to pick certain scenes and those get illustrated. Like it's just common sense. But because of the internet and technology, it enables us to more quickly aggregate a database of stock footage that we could just insert. But it totally cheapens what having that stock footage was originally there to do as a good illustration. It just becomes a meaningless illustration. It's insulting to more intelligent people, but dumb people like it, and dumb people always outnumber smart people. Number 3, I see these videos where someone goes and donates an excessive amount of money to a total stranger, or maybe they give them a car or a house or something crazy like that. One I saw was where a guy goes into a restaurant and maybe he asks around and he figures out that one of the waiters is very well liked but could use some help. So he gives the guy $1,000 or more. It was a big sum of money, big wad of cash as a tip. And then the waiter was confused and he's like, "Really? This is for me?" And I think some of these people are weirded out by it. If you're receiving that, you might be weirded out. You might be happy. You might be grateful. But I think for a lot of these people, it just totally astonishes them. And it would astonish me too. Personally, I would find that insulting if someone did that to me, because I don't know you. It's different if a patron of the restaurant who's been going there for a while, oh, he knows the waiter. Now he wants to help them out. That's a totally different situation. What I can't stand is that people think money can absolve you of your guilty conscience. Like you've done something and it's bugging you, so you wanna help someone to make you feel better about yourself. You're not willing to put in the time and the effort to get to know people, to form relationships where then you can get involved and try to help in material ways. No, you want to skip all that. You just want to cut to the end result, which is making yourself feel better, and you just try to use money towards that end. It's pathetic and it's insulting. You're a messed up person if you want to walk in to a department store and then single out one of the employees who helped you the way that they should, according to what we would expect, and then you want to give them money, and you're filming it, of course. You're filming it. Shameless. And not just shameless, it's offensive. You would use other people to feel good about yourself. So it's a selfish act cloaked in generosity. Hasta luego, amigos.